I have to fight him underground, and then I get to fight him up here, and I have to fight all
Yeah,
these
get the stream in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, you're in an underground fight club. Tell us more.
Oh yeah, well,
He
first
usually
rule,
throws most of his fights to get money.
First rule, I'm not supposed to talk about
That's
it.
smart though. You just have to deal with the welts and bruises. That's all.
Broken bones,
Man, you got to deal with
prolapse.
Brad Pitt too, or who was in the movie? That was him.
Brad Pitt and someone Norton.
But hey guys,
Eric Norton?
welcome to a new series.
Edward Norton.
I'm gonna start. It's called In the Lab. We're just gonna go over some ins and outs, some extra things in Tekken that we'll go ahead and stream, give you guys some knowledge. I'll do some character matchups for the most part, things you should know against specific characters. You know, we're gonna go over Asuka, Eddie, and Ling today.
E, did you want a headset or no?
We in the lab, so you ain't got to be in here.
Do you want a headset?
Nobody need to hear.
I'm gonna turn my
I've played
volume.
this game so much, I can hear everything without there being value.
The first time I came across this place,
But all right. So for Asuka and for every other character, we're going over specific problem attacks. Like if you've ever played Asuka, you know she has this parry, and this is really annoying. It can be really annoying, you know.
Why didn't you make her just hold it?
All right, fine.
I'm just saying, she just can hold it.
Better.
Much.
Yeah. And this can really get on your nerves because you're trying to just hit her, and it's not working because you keep getting parried. Well, the first thing you have to know about this parry is it only works on punches and kicks. It doesn't work on knees. It doesn't work on
What about those though?
elbows.
Does it work on those?
Doesn't work on elbows.
I think it would be better for you to say it's universally for all counters except for Jins.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, they can hear you talking too.
I'm sorry, I was a little slow on my pun. I'll try better. I was drinking.
Yeah, and if you come across any type of parry in this game, with the exception of Jin, and there may be somebody else I can't remember, so don't quote me, but parries do not work on head attacks, shoulder attacks, elbow attacks, and knee attacks, and body attacks. They don't work.
Yeah, but
That's a universal mechanic.
They will work on kicks and punches, as you can see.
Look at how adorable the toaster looks.
He's so happy.
Wow.
That is a kick.
Even the grab.
That is a kick. Just because it's unblockable doesn't mean it still can't be parried.
Anything that's basically not a part of your body. Even, let's see, I think sidestep 1. Oh, I thought that was the hilt. But this is the hilt. This doesn't count as a punch. That's part of the hilt, even though this looks like it's the hilt.
That looks like it's just because that move. I don't think that move changes when you put the sword away. Does 1 + 2 change? You put your sword.
Oh
away?
yeah, you get a prison gate instead. That's a shoulder.
Yeah, so I think it might be just 2 different moves.
But all right. So sidestep 1 will not work, as you can see if you're using Yoshi. Come on, won't work. But forward 1 + 2 works. That uses your sword hilt. And so like we were saying, anything that's not a punch or a kick. And of course you can always go low. You can always go low.
Is it bad that I kind of want pizza now?
No, that's just being human, man. Or a Ninja Turtle.
There is no in between.
What about Italian?
You could use headbutts too. Headbutts, you can. Oh, come on. And if you do get parried, I didn't know this until recently, honestly, but if you do get parried, there's a mechanic in the game called chicken. It only works on omni parries, and omni parry. They're parries that work on not just a punch or a kick, but punches and kicks, and just moves in general. If it's one or the other, specifically, you can't chicken it. So how the chicken works is it depends what move you throw at them. So we're gonna throw down forward 4 at him, and we're gonna go ahead and chicken him.
Depends on what herbs and spices you use.
Maybe. Alright, so what you have to do is with the move, you have to correspondingly hit forward and the grab that relates to that button. So you'd have to do a 2 + 4 grab and forward.
So any move with your right side, you do the right side grab. Any move with your left side, you do the left side grab.
So say I'm gonna hit Asuka with down forward 2 this time.
You still do the right side grab.
Yeah.
And you have, it's buffer. You have to buffer this. There's no possible way you can do this on reaction. There is not. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't let them fool you.
Biggie is correct. You literally have to recognize beforehand that this is gonna happen. You can't just say, oh, she parried, well, I'm gonna chicken it. No, you have to know it's gonna happen, basically. So, but you can look for it, especially if you're throwing out moves that are moves that she can definitely parry, you know?
So the most efficient way to use chicken is to basically
Deep fry it.
it's you input the chicken while you're doing the move. So that's the only way to really use it. And at that point in time, if you're so concerned, start looking for it and then answer accordingly. With, say, with Yoshimitsu with his up forward 3, since it's a knee, it cannot be parried.
Fubuki is great. You can do 12s. Soul likes to call it any sword attack. Any sword attack is great. Basically anything that's not a fist or a kick. And like I said, it'll work on any punch or kick as long as you do the correct input for it in the right time. You just have to be on it. You can't wait and say, yeah, well now I can chicken. No, you have to do it now.
Just in case you look at the computer and are wondering, that's the chat stream from our last, or that's the chat from our last stream.
Yeah, if it's still there. But yeah, of course you can grab unblockables. I think she can still parry unblockables if they're a punch or a kick, if timed correctly.
She kind of did it with your grasshopper flea grab.
Yeah, that's true. So okay, but like I said, as long as it's not,
Maybe not that though.
You can't parry a sword.
Geese can.
Not with that attitude.
Does she look like an awesome character, like such as Geese Howard? No.
But we're gonna go ahead and move on. That was pretty much all I wanted to cover with Asuka. That's just something to keep in mind, not just specifically with Yoshi, but any character you use in general if you have to fight Asuka. Keep that in mind when you're fighting her.
Now remember, this is not always a guarantee. You also still have to approach it with the mindset that this character has a counter and I'm going to look for it. That's the main way to deal with these type of things. You have to realize that option is there and then carry out your game plan accordingly.
If your character doesn't possess a lot of moves that are going to get around it, like a knee or an elbow or a headbutt or something, you can always pull your punches too.
I would think every character has a move that
True.
Blow up on.
True.
I think every character does.
But that's going to be part of your character matchup, not with Yoshi and with everybody else, whoever you're using against Asuka. But that's just specifically for Yoshi, a bunch of the things you can do to counter her parry, basically. So, moving on, next we're going to cover Eddie, because Eddie's got one of the most annoying things in the game. They actually had to normalize it a little bit because it got under a lot of moves. So, we're going to cover Relax.
Breakdancing?
I don't think they adjusted Relax with Eddie.
You don't think so?
That's not what they adjusted.
I'm not saying with the patch. I thought it was with the game. They gave it a bigger hitbox, I thought.
I may be wrong, but I think the main thing with Eddie that was a talking point was that he didn't get free, what was it, back one? His back one counter hit string? Remember that?
Oh, was that he'd get like 3 hits and then he'd get a combo or something?
He'd like back 1-4 and it slippery kicks?
Yeah.
It's like a 50 damage launcher? Yeah, that used to be guaranteed on counter hit. They said no more of that. So
that's true. That was pretty disgusting. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cover Relax. Oh.
But Red, what is Relax? What does it look like?
Alright, so Relax, Eddie takes a break. He sits on his ass and turns into a lazy bum. So
So he sits on his ass.
Yep. Oh. No, I'm
That
trying to
ain't
record.
It's that?
Yep. So, and basically what this does is this eliminates all hope of you ever hitting him with a high move. whatsoever.
Or mid. Or certain mids.
Most mids, yeah.
Put him in relax and then try to do a...
Nope.
Do a down forward 4 for you. Ooh, ooh. You can't touch me.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff is just not gonna hit him. It's not gonna work. Just don't do it. If you don't know what move is gonna hit him out of relax, don't even swing. You're gonna look stupid and you're gonna get launched.
You're gonna look stupid. You'll be 8 feet in the air and you're gonna wonder why am I at the wall missing half.
Okay, so basically the first step to beating relax is figuring out what moves hit it. Now with Yoshi specifically, you have a few. You can definitely do lows, but you want to do something quick because if you don't react in time, you're probably better off blocking. But as long as you do know your moves, be ready when he does one of his attacks. Now we'll go ahead and we'll set it up to where he doesn't attack and goes straight into relax. Thanks to Big E for telling me a simple move for that.
I'll never get hit by back 3-3. You're a damn liar.
Yeah, you are.
You're a fucking liar.
I get hit by it.
You can stall that. For
You
years.
can stall it.
And back 3-3 will always end with Eddie going into relax. Always.
Yeah, so down 3 is good. It's quick. You can do low spins. And that'll actually float him, but you really can't get anything else off that. I've tried. Down 2 will work as long as you're ready. Down 2 works. I think 12s. 12s is really good. Forward 1+2. Works really well against that. That's actually does the most damage, barring what Big E taught me something today.
And it will floor break. That will floor break.
Yeah, it will floor break too.
Keep that in mind on stages that do floor break.
It used to bound and tag, but now it just floor breaks. But it's still really good move. Still really good move. But like Big E taught me today, when Eddie does a move and he goes into relax, you can still get a punish on him. I didn't know that. I know you could punish him for going into relax because he can't block while he's in relax, but you can get like an actual punish when he goes into relax.
So there are moves that hit him while he's in relax, and then there are moves that he can do to transition into relax. Just be sure to know that you will get different properties if you actually punish him during that transition.
Okay, as opposed to hitting him with... That's technically a punish because he does not have enough time to interrupt you in any sense if you're on it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll just demonstrate for you. We'll go ahead and we'll do another move after that.
Hey, wise guy.
Oop. Now I goofed
Can you
up,
pass me the cord? Blue one.
but Eddie did not have enough time to hit me. And that's probably 3 or 4 is probably his fastest option out of relax. And if he swings, he's just gonna get counter hit, and that's more damage he takes.
Now there will be people who will ask the question, since I know he's going to hit a button, why don't I just do something that will interrupt it? That's not really how this works all the time. And you don't want to do a move that will automatically whiff unless he hits a button. You don't want to put yourself in that position.
That's dangerous. You don't want to assume like that when you're talking about getting comboed as opposed to doing an extra 12 damage.
So you do the move that's guaranteed to hit Eddie when he's in relax. You don't do the move that wants to interrupt him. You want to do the move that's guaranteed to hit him when he's in relax.
A lot of times in Tekken, you have to think to yourself, why should I take a risk when I don't have to? When I could still get damage and not take that big risk.
That's fighting games in general. Why take the risk when you don't have to? That's $1 million mindset. Why take the risk if you don't have to?
So we're gonna cover one move that's gonna hit him in relax no matter what. That's flashing steel, and this actually punishes because this is a 14 frame move. It's just as fast as back 2-2. So we'll go ahead and we'll try to do it for you. Now that said punish because it actually punishes the move.
Does back 2 hit? That's mid.
I don't think so. I think that's because he's hitting a button. Let me switch that. I don't think back 2 hits him. Maybe. Nope.
Whiff City.
Don't do that.
So, see that?
Your best option is probably to go for flashing steel, because even if you goof it up, if you hit down, down 2 still hits, down forward 2 still hits him no matter what. So going for flashing steel is going to be your go-to option. Definitely your go-to option for this. And if you're on it, you basically have to buffer, because if you don't buffer, it's really hard to get this in time. So on the second hit, you can start inputting Flashing Steel.
Now, for those who have issues doing a Dragon Punch motion,
I do. I know I do. Sometimes.
An easy way to overlap that is to press forward and then just do a Fireball motion. You will get a Dragon Punch every single time.
Yeah, but it's something you'll have to practice if you're definitely not good with Dragon Punch. So. But yeah, for the most part, that's going to counter relax. Like Big E said, you have to look and see what moves are going to put him in relax. And probably my best advice to you is if you're further away from him, don't run up on him when he's in relax. Don't expect to hit him with something far away unless you know exactly what's going to hit him in relax, or you're going to get launched to. Because players will do that. They'll bait you. They'll go far away and go into relax and try to get you to come at them. Because
stay off the hook, SpongeBob.
I don't even think Cartwheel hits him in relax. Maybe.
Overflip? Ew.
That will not hit Eddie in relax.
What about both kicks? Yikes. So there are moves that will look like they should hit, but effectively they do not. That's why it's important to figure out what moves actually do hit them. You can say, well, it looks like it should, so it will. That is 100% not
wrong.
the case. You always have to figure out what actually works.
As somebody would say, wrong.
Wrong. As someone would say.
So yeah, keep that in mind. Whichever character you use, Yoshi we covered. Like I said, down 3, down 2, down forward 2, Flashing Steel, forward 1+2, gonna be your best moves to counter. But Flashing Steel is definitely gonna be, jeez, holy crap. All right, Flashing Steel is definitely gonna be your go-to move to punish that when possible.
This is also something else that determines whether or not Eddie will have a good time or a bad time fighting you, because characters like Dragunov and also Gigas have a good set of moves that will always hit relax and will always give them a float. So they always get a Suedo combo every single time they clip Eddie out of relax. They will always get a Suedo combo. So it basically shuts down so many options and makes this fight so much harder for Eddie.
Yep. That's part of the character knowledge, character matchups. That's what we're trying to bring you tonight. Hopefully you guys get something out of it and learn something, you know. If you happen to have problems with Eddie. I still have problems with Eddie. He's a problem character for me. Good for you. Alright. So lastly, we're gonna get out of here and we're gonna go grab Ling. And we're gonna cover AOP, which is by far another one of the most annoying tactics in the game.
Respect Art of Phoenix.
That is a life lesson to learn fighting any character, honestly. If you do not respect them, they're gonna blow you up.
You can disrespect a lot of characters, but you cannot disrespect Art of Phoenix, because it will get you. Down to misses with Gigas.
Are you serious? That's a crime right there.
Fucking misses.
What misses with Gigas?
Gigas has a move down 2.
This big hammer arm where he drops his arm and he almost hits the ground.
He does everything but bring his arm down and saw the ground.
Punch the floor.
And it will miss this little girl when she goes into Art of Phoenix. It will hit relax, but it will not hit Art of Phoenix.
Now, for some characters, fighting Ling with AOP is an utter nightmare. Gigas sounds like one of them, to be honest. I don't use him, but I'll take Big E's word for it. Now, with Yoshimitsu, in my opinion, he has a great matchup against Ling. He has tools that hit her that she has to respect, because they're simple go-to moves.
Have you fought a good one?
Maybe not yet. But I'm just saying, Yoshi has good tools that will stop AOP. We'll go over it in just a second, but I would have to say the most notable move that hits AOP every time, even if she ducks, because the second one will catch her, is 3-4. This will work every time. She can't get away from that unless she steps or stands up.
It's so odd.
This will hit AOP. So we'll go ahead and we'll go over that.
Do I want this pizza?
Are you gonna order a pizza? Man, devil's advocate over here.
Do it. All right, do it. All I had was that whack ass frozen chicken pita. I'm like, I'm not satisfied.
Here we go. AOP.
Told you, down 1 plus 2. And if you press down again, she gets lower.
Alright, so first, we're gonna cover just regular AOP. Now, let's see. She goes down.
She goes down, does she?
Yeah, she...
Maybe that should made her.
Alright, back 2 will hit. Down forward 2 will hit. Near. Down forward 4. That's not gonna work. Like I said, 3-4. 3-4 is really good. Down 2. Really good. I think 12's works too. Fubuki misses, I believe. Nope. Okay.
Now, this is something to keep in mind. There are moves that will always hit these characters out of it, but there's also setups for these characters to do that will leave them in the stance. And if you are not aware of this setup and they catch you swinging, just because you knew how to deal with it doesn't mean you won't get caught. This is not a guarantee. This is just if they're in neutral or you're aware of what move they're going to transition to, you know what your answer is.
But keep in mind too, regular AOP and then crouch AOP. See? You see that? That missed. That missed. And if you go for the rest, that's gonna miss too. Oop, let's see. Fubuki missed. Man, that missed.
How does that make you feel every time you hit the Fubuki? You just got ducked.
A little disheartening.
You got baited.
Avoiding the puddle. Avoiding the puddle does not hit AOP. Period. Doesn't hit. I don't think this will hit. Nope. Hell no, that doesn't hit. You have to know. But like I said, yeah, back 2 missed. See how I missed? But like I said, 3-4. Keep in mind. No matter what, 3-4 hits.
Now there is a.
The second kick will always catch her.
There is a.
I think 12s will hit.
A basic Art of Phoenix setup is forward 1, down 1 plus 2.
12s will always hit. Forward 1 plus 2. All right. Say that one more time, big guy.
Forward 1, down 1 plus 2 will put her in AOP.
Forward 1, down 1 plus 2.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
So do that and then press 1. Now you see that? You have to be able to react to that.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're better off blocking. Yoshi himself does not have quick mids to deal with AOP. Not really. Best thing you could rely on is down forward 1, and you better hope she didn't crouch.
She can block an AOP too, can't she? I'm almost certain she can block an AOP. Cause she can move left and right, and she can actually side roll.
We are about to find out right now. All right. Yeah.
Nope.
No, she can't block. Keep that in mind. Can't block. She can't sidestep though.
It's a roll. It's a command. I can't remember what the command is. That has armor on it. That has whatchamacallit. That's a blocky on it. That I'm pretty sure that's a blocky on it.
We'll just go with that. Well, I'll believe you. All right.
So if you try to hit her out of AOP and that's set up for you, that will give her a wall splat and or a combo.
Yeah, but like E said, if you can't react to this, don't hit a button, because she's gonna do a low or something else, and you're gonna get wrecked. And a lot of times when she's in AOP, flash won't work, even if she's coming at you for some reason. All right, if you're in no sword, you could go for that, but other than that, I wouldn't do regular flash. You'll get blown up. So, but like Eddie, these characters have weaknesses. They have moves that are going to hit them no matter what. And those are the ones you want to focus on. So even if she ducks down, like I said, 3-4 is going to catch her every time. Forward 1 plus 2 is going to work every time. I think even Dragon Punch 1. No.
Hardness.
Wow. That's
hardness.
That's disheartening. But we'll see if it hits regular. for giggles. Okay. But she can duck it.
This is what lets you know what to do for matchups.
Down
You have
for-
to know what hits Art of Phoenix for Xiao Yu when you can do it. You have to know what hits California Roll for Xiao Yu and when you can do it. You have to know what hits everybody's stances and evasive options. That's what lets you know how good a matchup is, if a character has to work hard or not.
Yeah. Forward 1+2 will hit every time. Down 2 will hit every time. You just have to find those moves that basically scrape the floor for the most part. If they don't scrape the floor, you better be careful. And if you think lows are gonna work every time against Ling, wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong.
Wrong?
Yes, because
The Phoenix will take flight and she will jump and kick you in your fucking face.
and you will get launched because you went for a low and said, well, I can hit her because she's on the floor. Don't do that. Don't assume that's going to work every time. Maybe it'll work once in a while, but don't think that's going to work every time because you're going to get launched at some point.
Well then what am I supposed to do?
These mids, I don't care how lame you got to play. If you see Art of Phoenix, don't fall for it. Do these moves. Make her day miserable. Make her think, maybe I shouldn't use this at all if possible. And once you get Ling into that mindset, if possible, this matchup becomes easier because then you can access highs if possible. And highs are really the way to go once in a while because you can get free pressure.
Against Xiao Yu?
I'm just saying against characters in general.
Against Xiao Yu?
Probably not, but I'm just saying against characters in general, if you can use your high pressure sometimes, it's really good. Alright, well, these problem characters, maybe not. But what you can do is alright, shut up. So that'll give you access to maybe some of your other mids then.
But this is not about a character matchup. This is just about how to deal with a specific move. Because you don't know how to fight Ling. I know how to fight Ling. Don't lie to the people.
Even regular AOP, Stone Fist won't hit her. As you can see. Yep. Yep, just keep in mind. But yeah, as we went over, that's how you counter parries from Asuka and the like. That's how you counter relax, and that's how you counter AOP. And we'll be happy to do other little tidbits on character matchups, mechanics, maybe some basic tutorials if that's what you guys are looking into. But other than that, we're done for tonight. So gonna wrap this up. This is basically our New Year's stream, and yeah, we're just kind of wrapping up the year. Hope you guys have a good one. And yeah, we'll see you around.
See y'all next year.
Now, the all-important question of who wants to get up to hit that mouse button.
Don't make me do it.
Let the cat do it.
Meow.
Oh, frick.
But the nose goes.
I got nose.
Should I put the meaty fireball tech up here? For Elijah? Meaty fireball tech?
If you want, do you want to do another recording or something?
It won't take long.
All right.
All right, catch y'all next time.